overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. And to me, it just comes down to who. And which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Now it's Richardson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Credit that sack to Travis Jones.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
But I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
On fourth down, the Colts will call on Rigoberto Sanchez for the punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken from just outside the 30. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game. Offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still first down.
Can you talk? I wanna hear your voice.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. Now he's free at the foot.
This league is so boring.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Well, Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick...
Can you play Fortnite?
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. Here, look at this Baltimore defense. Coming into this one, ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking out the #1 overall offense in the league.
They'll run the screen with Moss. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
This now a 3rd and 4. Richardson looking to throw. Dancing to, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Jackson out to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
They have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Jackson now. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Jackson forced out to his left. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now it's Jackson. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. Sliding out of the pocket. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker now to add the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a miss-hit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one. Crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
3rd and long for Richardson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong, only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice.
And this is taken in at the 5. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 50 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down.
I think they want to start getting back into this game, and behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw. Here's Richardson being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Richardson. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive and keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit. We're not even at halftime.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either running up.
He's got a man, complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 49 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Jackson now off the bootleg. Incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They go play action with Jackson. Rolling to his right. He's got it complete to Aguilar. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They'll get 34 yards there. Now it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens would extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone, and that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland. And it's the Browns who have the lead in the second quarter. 2 touchdown passes there for Deshaun Watson. From there, we take the trip across Lake Erie to check on the Lions at home in Detroit. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. 2 touchdown passes there for Jared Goff. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. As you can see, this.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Brandon Ayuk now from his end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. That's going deep for Bateman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson can really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. Play action. It's Jackson. Steps away. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed, the flag is out. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
And they'll bring him down right around the 13. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to wind up with a first down as he's able to even dive for a little extra yardage at the tail end there. From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. They go play action now. Jackson. That is caught. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. And they're going to speed things up here. Here's Jackson. On the move to his left. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Charlie Kohler from 6 yards away. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left them reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Tucker now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time a 9-play drive. And it was finished off by Charlie Kohler's touchdown catch. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Offense.
Wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you got no shot then.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. There, Richardson back to throw it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. I don't know about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's going deep for Bateman. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 48 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 2nd down, Jackson. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on that.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Ravens on 3rd down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. A handoff. Jacobs running to the left. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 128 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Edwards will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. CD, it'll go into the books as just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the 4th quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, it was really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was polished off by the Gus Edwards touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Let's go now.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Now it's Richardson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set them up with a much more manageable third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, here's Richardson. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
All right, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. Throwing on second and long. Jackson. That's going deep for Bateman. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nelson Aguilar, 52 yards. And the Ravens are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Tucker now to add the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. Oh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And it was capped by the touchdown pass to Nelson Aguilar. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Kyle Hamilton running up from his safety spot and earning the sack.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the shotgun, Richardson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And that's caught inside the 35. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now an option play on 2nd down. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2. The quarterback will keep it himself. And they'll still try and run for it. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. Yeah, the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Rookie or SMTH.
Good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Richardson out of the shotgun. He'll swing this out to Moss. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them.
I'm practicing my new plays.
You have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Richardson now on 2nd down. Throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break. And you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And now incomplete as well. Now the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Baltimore, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.